Hey gang, welcome back to Inverted Pursuits Laboratory. So recently I filmed a video about designing a nose cone electronics bay for my Speed Queen Mach 1.1-ish rocket. Is about how fast it's supposed to go. And here's that part I designed. It's printed and I've got a piece of electronics already attached to it. And so I thought I should go ahead and actually film the assembly of this eBay and show you just how all the parts ended up fitting together and how it actually ends up fitting in the nose cone. And a really cool thing is the two actually slide together beautifully. They're a little picky. They only like to slide together at one angle because it is the perfect size. And when you look down in there, you can see that everything is going to tuck in just wonderfully inside this nose cone. And if I go ahead and take a flashlight and run it down, you can see that the board clears in there. So I've already got one board in there. Maybe if I side light it, it's better. Not really. It's just hard to see. But we can try and see our electronics hidden down inside there. But the nose cone printed part actually ends up looking really good. You can see it sitting right here inside, but let's go ahead and continue with the assembly of this and see how it all final fits together. So I've been going around and I always take one screw and thread all the holes initially. So I use the screw like a tap and just in and out, in and out, in and out. So like 2 in, 1 out, 2 in, 1 out, 2 in, 1 out. The screw ends up heating up through the process, which actually ends up making it easier to do the later ones. The first one's always the hardest, and the last one's always the easiest with how warm the parts get, or with how warm the screw gets. So now I've got all those screws, and so let's aim you guys down at my work surface and my, oh goodness, mess of screws that I've got down here to pick through. So I have you aimed down here. Okay. So you can see I've already got my T3 on there, and now I am looking to mount my RRC3. I've got the battery and switch connection at the top and my main and drogue connection at the bottom. And I'm trying to use these screws right here. Oh, I also have some flat heads of the same size, which I'm thinking I might use as part of attaching this inside the bay. I'm also thinking my charge wells. I don't have the parts for the charge wells yet, but I'm thinking the charge wells for my main and drogue either might be some like gun cutters, as I've heard them called before, or maybe some pill capsules filled with a little bit of black powder, just to make it small since I'm dealing with a very limited amount of space. And yeah, this is my collection of random screws that tend to fit in most rockets. Some of them are for bigger rockets, most of them are meant for smaller rockets, but okay, I got 3 out of 4 on there right now. I can't seem to locate another one of the style I want, or that I'd like to use. So we're just gonna go ahead and put a screw in it. I have flown these before with like 2 screws and or 3 holding it on, but I'm trying to get better and get to the point of flying everything with 4. So then my battery tray attaches down here. You know, this is the one that actually might not fit. Battery trays are a little finicky because of the 9-volt. They should fit just fine because I'm at the point where this is the largest I should need to be nearby. But I might actually just have to manually drill a new hole, which I never like doing. Having to manually drill new holes into parts is Never fun. Of course, it doesn't look like I quite got the battery tray correctly spaced. I must have made a mistake somewhere in that. So, also, I'm just realizing this is actually a broken battery tray I've got in here right now, because this is a battery tray that was in a wrecked rocket. But it'll be enough for proving the concept. Okay, so now that I've got these all in here, nope. Let the wires loop around a little bit and just kind of stuff them where I can. And the other battery will just connect down here. But now the goal is the other battery, connects down underneath here. I just realized that I've probably been working off screen for a bit, but we'll bring you back up. Okay, so now the goal is that this will all fit inside the nose cone. The 9-volt doesn't. Oh, I was worried about that. Okay, let me double check what you guys can see. Okay, so this is something that you just always have to consider. Where's my flashlight? So if we look down in there, you can see the top edge of the 9-volt. Let's try and get better lighting. Yeah, the top edge of the 9-volt's actually hitting the 9-volt case is actually hitting my inside of my nose cone. And so something I can do is just go ahead and move it down and swap some battery positions around, because I've got plenty of cabling to move the battery tray lower, and my other battery should still fit. So why do I want to do this? Nice part about a 3D printed piece is that you can pretty much just manually screw into it. That can also be detrimental, so you just got to be careful. We're going to bring it a few squicks lower. And so I'm actually taking it down, so I'm not covering the hole I have in here for wires to pass through. But okay, I got one in there. We're gonna just move with one for now and see what happens. All right, and it's hitting, but I think it fits. Hard part with working inside something you can't see inside of is you're trying to use shadows to teach you where you're at. So I hit right here is where my battery's hitting now. It does look like it's gonna fit though. It really does. Oh, wait. Okay, that was bending the board a little bit. Definitely don't want that to happen. Okay. The other option I have is I can just go ahead and tape the battery on here, or Velcro it on and zip tie it just like I'm planning to do the other one. Batteries will usually stay pretty well in place. So, yeah, I think the best course of action, just based on what I'm seeing, is to go ahead and move on to that route. But let me double check this in here one more time and see. Now that's going in, no problems at all. It's a little loose now. So I have to see what you can see. Gotta get my screen active again. So you can see the board lines up dead center. And there is enough space for me to just go ahead and attach the batteries. I'm not going to be able to use the battery mount. I wanted to. It's not the end of the world, but I'm just glad to see that my electronics mount works. I will end up putting Velcro on the back here and zip tying the batteries down, and it will hold them perfectly in place. The antenna for my T3 will be able to go through the RF transparent fiberglass nose cone, and just like that, I will have a functional eBay in my nose cone. So thanks for watching, gang. Hope you enjoyed seeing just how I have now taken the part I designed in, I'm assuming this will have been yesterday's video, just this nice 3D printed piece I made, and how I've assembled it into a functional nose cone electronics bay. So thanks for watching, gang.